Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Azurael's Circle, Chapter 4, what I presume is the finale. Judging by the sort of banner image at the back of the Steam page, it looks like we could be getting the old gang back together, as alluded to in Chapter 3. I should also emphasise that I may have made a mistake in Chapter 3. When I was trying to kill Matthew, I was doing it because I wanted to stop all of the rituals. I think Azurael at some point may have told me to kill people, and if that was the case, I didn't want to do what he meant. I didn't want to release the demon, I wanted to stop all of the demon stuff happening, right? That was my intention, I just don't think it went right. But anyway, with that little caveat out of the way, let us meet Ryan Lynch, a software developer from South Virginia. Okay, so the investigative people are all gone. Not exactly what you'd expect a young, budding entrepreneur in the computer industry to be based. I wouldn't know. I recently moved to the suburbs in a small town called Greyborough. There was a job going at a local logistic firm, and the pay was excellent. It seemed like the opportunity of a lifetime. It was. I just think I picked the wrong street to move to. Have you ever had anything weird happen to you? I'm not talking about something simply odd, like when you misplace your keys and they turn up in a shoe in your spare bedroom. I'm talking about something properly bizarre, to the point of being outright supernatural. I'll cut to the chase. It was my housewarming party in my new neighbourhood. So he says to me, "That's no kindergartner, that's my wife." Ah, that's brilliant, yes, hearing the punchline of a joke without hearing any of the setup. Hilarious. I'm glad you picked our little neighbourhood, Ryan. Yes, absolutely, I think we get along like a house on fire. Thanks everyone, I'm glad to be here. It's nice to not be in the big city, you know. It's fine short term, but no place to build a home and a family. I'm glad that a respectable young man close to Anna's age is on the street now. Modest. Well, I am. The Coopers are always a bit odd. It's just nice to see our little community growing in a nice way. One more on the way in a few months, if I'm right. Are you calling my wife fat? Yes. Stomach is most certainly protruding. Oh dear, yes, me and Miranda are having our first in a few months. Well, congratulations. This all sounds far too pleasant. I feel like all these people are going to end up murdered in a minute. You've heard about the kidnappings on the other side of town? Spooky stuff, right? That was a quick turn of conversation, and I was thinking the same thing. I was just about to comment on that, but you beat me to it. Is this the best way to welcome Ryan to the neighbourhood? Scaring him with this stuff? It's fine, don't worry. I still don't know which of them Ryan is. I think it's this bloke, but I'm not convinced. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to get another drink and use the restroom. I'll be back soon. I've got another joke I've been itching to let out. Where do you get these? Joke books, like market stuff. You wouldn't find in any regular shop. Kids, be sure to say hi to Anna when you're in the kitchen. Oh, so this is me. So who are you two then? It's a great party, Ryan. Could you excuse us for just a second? No problem, I'll be back shortly. Yeah, who are you? Who are you people? Anyway, and why do we have this loud ambience that we usually only have on the menu screens? I feel like I'm inclined to talk slightly louder than usual, or put the volume down a bit, I don't know. Hi, are you settling in alright? Yes, it's been good, everything's smooth so far. Thanks for inviting all of us. It's nice to have someone show up and want to be a part of the community. If you're talking about Alistair, why didn't he come? Have you had any run-ins with him yet? He's not the most pleasant of folks. Avoids all neighbourhood meetings and parties. Sounds a bit like me. Sorry, I shouldn't gossip. He's a bit odd, but he's never done anything wrong. Don't worry about it. Are you having a drink? What did you like? Just a beer, thanks. Would you mind opening for me? I'm going to head to the bathroom quickly. Is the amount of time that it takes you to go to the bathroom less than the amount of time it takes to open a can of beer? I've opened many cans in my life, and I'm pretty sure they took less time. But I don't know, I'm just a slowpoke with these things. I'm getting myself 1, 2, and then we'll head back to the living room. Okay, that sounds nice. Now, where would a man find the bathroom? I didn't do that. How's it going? Sorry we haven't had to talk much. Time to change that. Oh, right, I'm Chris, right? I'm still trying to memorise names. I prefer Christopher, but either is fine. Christopher then, sorry about that. Don't worry about it, we're all new around here at one point or another. I'm glad everyone's been so welcoming. Honestly, I was pretty nervous about hosting this party. You don't need to be, you're doing fine. How are you getting on with the names outside of mine? That's alright, I think. Morris is the one with the moustache, and Andrea is his wife. She's the one in the green skirt. Anna is their oldest daughter. Bingo, they're the Howard family. I don't think you've met their youngest, Bethany. Xander, Gideon, what a name. Xander is the other man over there, and he's married to Miranda, the redhead with short hair. They're expecting a child soon. Miranda's pregnant, yes. It's open. Come on in. Alistair, right? You egg-looking person. Come on in and make yourself at home. Drinks are in the fridge. Help yourself to whatever you would like. Thank you. The room just got a little bit colder. Probably because he opened the door and a draft came in. Never mind. I'm really glad that loud music has gone. A little light-headed, but not too sore. That's a good start to the day. Someone's growling like crazy. Plenty of cereal downstairs, but no milk. Wonder if the neighbours would lend me some milk. I threw such a good party last night that they surely wouldn't mind me. They wouldn't mind me being in yesterday's clothes. Or you could get changed. I'm sure it would only take 2 seconds. It's filled with my suits and ties for work. Yeah, again, could you not just get changed? But never mind. A guitar. No time to play a song. We are on a quest for milk. Okay. The music keeps dying away at mysterious moments. Okay, so this is the upstairs part of the house. What else have we got? We've got it's my Swiss Army knife. I was using it to open my boxes. Yeah, I should probably take that with me. So despite the fact that I live by myself, I seem to have a 2-bedroom house. Okay, that's not the end of the world. What's that on the desk? Is that... I better not break this card reader. My boss will kill me. It's worth a fortune. What, like a bank card reader? My attic... What did I do with the hook I used to get the door down? Oh, it's one of those things. They're a common trope in horror movies because they're useful for killing people with and trapping people. But, never mind. We'll come back to all of that in a minute. Let's go and meet the neighbours. Let's not go and meet the neighbours. Let's go and meet the other neighbours. Yes. Excellent. I shall go and request milk. It's Alistair's home. I probably shouldn't snoop here. I thought you said we were going to see the neighbours. You cretin. Christopher's home. As much as he's a workaholic as they say, he's bound to be at work even at the weekend. But his car is still here. Then where are we getting this milk? We've walked 3 houses at this point. You think we could just go to the shop and buy some? It's... what? It's Robertson's house. Xander and Miranda live here. Sorry, that name was a little confusing. What's this? Did one of the Howards fall coming home last night? Seems like an awful lot of blood. Must have been quite a fall. They've dropped their keys as well. I'll go inside and check on them. I can return the keys and get some milk at the same time. I love that. Oh no, one of my neighbours has fallen over and badly hurt themselves and also left their keys outside. I better still get the milk. I'd be a bit more concerned about whether they're all dead. Never mind. If they don't get too mad at me for just walking in, I think they'll probably understand. Probably. Okay, let's steal a lot of their stuff. Shoes, there must be somebody about. A notepad beside a phone, always a smart move. I've learned that one the hard way. What's this, a red thing? I need milk, not a fruit. There's been weird, mysterious fruit in almost every chapter. Now isn't the time to steal milk. You were badgering on about milk this whole time, and now you're saying it's not time to steal milk? What is wrong with you, my good sir? Okay, there's no one in here. I'm not going to go snooping around their stuff yet. Give me time. I'll do it. Don't worry. I know that's what you're all here for, so don't worry. We'll get there. Oh, gosh. This shouldn't look ominous, but it does. There really is no one about, is there? No one at all. Maybe we'll read the diary? 6th of October 1998. Okay, so this is roughly around the same time as the last chapter. It's almost the anniversary of my Maggie's death. We don't talk about her nearly enough. I'm worried that if we don't keep the memories of her alive, we'll forget them. I'm going to make a point tomorrow that we all sit down and have a good talk about Maggie. Okay. I have to confess I've been fortunate enough to never have to deal with a dead relative, but that seems an odd way of going about things, but what would I know? October 14th. I met the new neighbour earlier today. Morris and I were coming back from the store, and he was visiting the former Cooper house, probably to see about a few final repairs. He seemed like a nice young man. I believe he said his name was Ryan. October 18th. Ryan moved into his new home. I'll be sure to bake him a nice pie. We can snack at that as he unpacks. I'll tell Morris to grab a few beers on the way home from work, and we can go over and give him a hand. That reminds me, I need to update Morris's safe password. I think I'll use the year of Maggie's death. It's like she's keeping us safe. Okay, I really shouldn't put my pen away, should I? So you said it was 1988. Oh, this is a bit more to read. You said it was 1988, and you said it had been a set number of years since Maggie's passing, but I don't remember how many it was. So if we take that number away from 88, we should know what the code is. Let's see, 22nd of October. Ryan's so nice. He's invited the whole family to a housewarming party. We should really be throwing him a welcoming party instead, but it's very good of him. He seems like a good kind. I hope Alistair isn't about. I noticed him poking around Christopher's backyard garden a few days ago. So how many years ago did you say? It's almost the yeah. So it's almost the anniversary. So it's been almost a year. So it must have happened in 1987, rather. What a coincidence. Okay, so if I found a safe, the code is probably 1987. Okie dokie. I'll keep that in mind, and I'll read this book again. One thing that would be really cool is if during long bits of text, if there was a different button you could press that just skipped you all the way to the end of it. But never mind. So where was there a safe? And why am I interested in the safe? I've completely forgotten what they said was in the safe now. Ah, here we are. Requires a combination as well as a key. Oh, goodness, we need that as well. Fine. We'll start rummaging. 1st of October. We're getting close to the first anniversary of Maggie's death. This is the same information. Oh, no, hang on a minute. This is different information. Oh, goodness. It just starts exactly the same way. Now I need to read it properly. I know that we don't always talk about her as often as I should, but my little girl is in my thoughts every single day. I don't know if I can just bring her up out of the blue to Andrea. We all took Maggie's death so hard, but she took it worst of all. October 11th. The strangest thing happened the other day. I was walking past Christopher's house and I glanced at the window. I swear I saw a swirling mass of blood and fire. But when I did a double take, it was gone. I just saw a costume hanging from the window. It looked like a black cloak with a silver mask or hat. Must be because Halloween is coming up at the end of the month, but it was still strange. October 17th. I'm getting sick of my job. 20 years working in pharmaceuticals and not a lick of respect from any of my colleagues. I think it may be time that I quit and start a small family-run pharmacy. The girls could work there part-time if they ever wanted some extra money. Just a thought, but if I write it down, I'll hopefully commit to it. October 19th. Ryan seems like a nice fellow. I helped him set up some of his stuff over a few beers. He's a software developer that moved from the other side of the state. Out to little old Greyborough. Not to play with the meddling parents, but he's the sort of person Anna should be spending more time with. Not the deadbeat at her college. I see. I get the distinct impression that that is going to start... that's going to be a point of contention in this family, but it doesn't seem like there's anything in the bathroom, so let's go rummaging around in what I presume is Charles' bedroom. That seems like a brilliant plan, doesn't it? It's a locked box. Maybe it provides some sort of clue. Oh, did I take the box with me? Yes, I did. Oh, in Anna's room. Okay. What's on her computer? Yes, let's go rummaging through a little girl's computer, shall we? What could possibly go wrong apart from being arrested for perfectly legitimate reasons? Right, 10th of October. It's been a year to the day since Maggie died, and I still miss her terribly. She was suffering so much for such a long time. I'm so torn, because I'm glad she's at peace, but I still want to have those deep talks that we had just before she died. Am I a bad person? 15th of October. We are getting a new neighbour in a few days. I don't know much about him, but my parents tell me he's a software developer. Maybe he'll be the cute nerdy type. This is a new neighbourhood, and anybody who's a software developer can't be too much of a jerk, right? I've met a few. Not many, but I've met a few software developers, and calling them a jerk would be an understatement. But maybe they were an outlier. Ryan invited the whole street to a housewarming party that he's hosting. Hopefully that weirdo Alistair isn't there. He's so standoffish. It's like he's got something to hide. I need to keep an eye on Christopher and Miranda too. I'm almost certain there's something going on there. I saw them coming out of the path behind Alistair's house. October 23rd. Ryan's party was great. He seems like such a lovely guy. I thought he'd be a bit more nerdy than he was, but he's very outgoing and easy to talk to. A few bad jokes, but I think he's adorable. So, does that mean... It must be the October 23rd today then, right? Or she wrote that on the evening after the party? I don't know. So, I'm guessing it's the 23rd or the 24th. I don't know. It's just the last game was full of you picking up little details from... like notes and journals and conversations and things, and you had to be really careful about remembering them all. So I'm just being careful to pick out any interesting dates that could possibly be hints or tips towards other things. But let's have a look in these other bedrooms. That was the first bedroom where we saw the diary. It doesn't look like there's anything of any importance in here. Some children's clothing in the closet. Yeah, I have a bad feeling I know whose room this is. And then there's this one. It's a small mirror. It has the name Maggie etched into the handle. Well, I stand corrected about who owns the other room. Okay, I've had that as well for some reason. Quite a large dollhouse. Got some dolls here, I think. I hope they don't start following me. How could that happen? Why would that happen? Definitely not going to happen. Oh gosh. Morris? Xander? They mentioned like a black costume with a silver mask in Christopher's house. I'm guessing that's who it is. Who was that? I don't know. We've got to go investigate, particularly since we've run out of things to click on in here. Hello? Where have you gone, friend? Okay. I presume you're still not enthused by the concept of stealing milk. No, despite the fact that you could think of absolutely nothing else to do with your morning. But never mind. I really think at this point it would have just been easier to go to the shop. But never mind. Great idea. Sit down and watch some TV, and if the Howards come back, then explaining how I came to check on them probably won't cut it. Oh gosh. Ryan! Anna, I'm very glad to see you. I woke up this morning and everyone was gone. There was blood on the driveway and I panicked. It's alright, I'm here. They must have just gone to the emergency room, but the car is still here. Maybe they called an ambulance. Did you see someone in a black cloak run out of the house? No, what do you mean? It wasn't a police officer. I called them earlier. No, believe me, it wasn't a police officer. I don't know what American police usually dress like, but they almost definitely don't dress like that. Never mind. Actually, this is no time to minimise. I saw the blood, so I went inside to see if things were okay, and returned the house key I found out here. On the way out, there was a strange figure wearing a cloak and a mask. I followed them out here, but now there's no sign of them. Oh dear, did they hurt my parents? I'm so glad Bethany is out of town. I can't lose another one. Oh, so they're adult children now. Or at least they seem to be. I don't know. Another what? Never mind. Keep looking around if you want, I just need a minute. Is it Maggie? How did you know about her? I was inside trying to find your parents, and I found this mirror with the name Maggie as soon as I had to. Give it to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's fine, but I can't let this get broken. Here, take it. I like that he forgot to mention that we've been rummaging through everyone's diaries. But never mind. We should check on the Robertsons too. I didn't get an answer at their house and their car isn't there. There's a spare key in my dad's safe inside my jewellery box. What's that got to do with the Robertsons? If you can figure out the code to the safe, then you'll find a spare key to the house. They gave it to us when they were on vacation in Brazil a couple of weeks ago and we still haven't given it back. I'd get to it, but I can't face going back inside. Something feels wrong. Here, take the key to my jewellery box. I actually grabbed your jewellery box before. Why? I had a hunch. Then this must be the safe key. Wait up here and I will go and find the house key. Yes, all these talks of this man being a lovely man, I think they're suddenly going to start changing when they realise all of the horrible mischief I've been up to in their house, rummaging through all their bits and pieces and forgetting where everything is. Here it is. Okay, so now I have the key. I need the combination, which I think is 1987. Hooray! This must be the spare key that Anna mentioned. Okie dokie, right. So we've got the key now, so now we can go and investigate the Robertsons. Just like I can investigate where this awful headache has just suddenly come from. Oh gosh, this looks great. This doesn't look like somebody got murdered. It looks like a pair of women's jeans all sliced up. Goodness. Kinkalicious. Scraps of paper that had been torn from a wedding journal. Oh, what? A wedding journal? I'm sorry. What is a wedding journal? That's something I've never heard of. Now my brain is trying to figure out what it could possibly be. The chair appears to have been ripped apart. I think Wolverine may have had a bit of a go in here. What was that behind the window? Nothing of note inside the cupboard. I'm more interested in the window, my friend. There's an empty bottle of beer in here. Don't microwave beer. Just pour it down the drain. It's disgusting enough as it is. You don't have to make it hotter. A few empty beer bottles and one that's been spilled everywhere. Somebody seems to be having a wild night after leaving my party. What do we have here? There's a number of photos. And a wedding album here. All the pictures have been scored out with a marker pen. You mean scratched out, don't you? Never mind. A few empty beer bottles on the table. Can we spill some milk from there? Still no milk in the fridge. Oh my idiot. Why are you so bothered about this? What's on the window? Do you see that? It's like a little bug or something on the window? I don't know. Right, never mind. It doesn't seem like there's anything much of importance out here, so let's go. Let's go and wonder why anyone would have their phone on the landing. And that's already called the place. Okay, let's have a rummage through the house and see what we can find. Nothing in the trash can. Okay, let's read their diary then. My voice can give even more hoarse. 15th of September. I can't believe I didn't realise before. 2 months pregnant. I'm going to have to lie to Xander and tell him I'm only 1 month pregnant, or he'll know it isn't his. Oh, whoop-de-doodle. Everything on this street is not as nice as it appears. September 29th. I don't trust Alistair. I'm sure he's been watching me. Does he know about me and Christopher? If he wasn't so antisocial, he'd probably tell Xander. Okay, so Xander is her husband, and Christopher is the woman she's been having, is the man she's been having an affair with. I'm going to have to change our usual time from 9:30 to 11:15 to throw him off. Usual time? You people schedule these things? Kitty on. 12th of October. I'm being followed. It has to be Alistair. He's wearing a dark cloak and a silver mask. It's so creepy. I think my neighbour's having an affair with one of my other neighbours, and it's got nothing to do with me, because I'm not the one married to the woman, so I'm going to follow them around dressed as the Silver Skull. Kitty. I told Christopher, and he said I'd take care of it. I'm not going to say anything to Xander in case he catches me. October 19th. I caught him, the man in the mask who's been watching me. He was following me at night, and I grabbed him. He made a run for it. His cloak and mask fell to the floor. I briefly saw the back of him before he was lost in the night. He had dark hair. It may have been black. There's only one man in the street with black hair. Whew, it's not me. I need to leave Xander's dead. What? I need to leave Xander's dead. Oh no, I need to leave. Xander's dead. Sorry. I didn't see that. I didn't see that punctuation at the end of the word "leave." Sorry, I completely ruined the dramaticisms of that sentence, didn't I? Christopher, I can't find you. If you read this, I've closed the attic and locked the hook away, so no one can get there. It'll be at our usual spot. We can finally run away together. Oh, okay. So it doesn't sound that depressing after all. It sounds like she was a bit sick of our husbands. Yeah, I really wish I hadn't looked at that now. A cog. I wonder where this fits. Okay, this could come in handy for a puzzle later. So, there's going to be a place where the wife and this Christopher bloke were meeting. And that is where I'm going to find the hook to get me into the various different attics of the place. Do you hear that? It's like crying, or... It looks like the teddy bear has had its head ripped off. Poor teddy bear. The baby's crib, it looks like somebody has put their foot through it. Oh, that's lovely. That's really lovely. Yeah, I don't like the noise in there. Don't know how to reach the door without some sort of hook. Yeah, I don't want to. I'll go find that later. Okay, what's this? Looks like a bottle of oil. I better have that as well. 23rd of September. A camping trip with the guys, and I break my favourite lantern. You must not have a lot going on in your life if you have a favourite lantern. But never mind. I wonder if I can use the remainder of this oil to grease up the clock. What a non sequitur. Work has been stressing me out these days. I need to get that promotion over Phillips. I've got a kid on the way, and my salary is good, but not good enough. October 21st. Miranda's been acting especially off these days. Something isn't right, and I need to work out what it is. I'll keep things smooth for now, just until the new guy's party is over. Yeah, it really does seem like this is the precipitation of everything going wrong in this street. There seems to be an awful lot of drama going on, which is not quite what I wanted. I thought I was coming here for like a nice relaxing time, and not all this craziness. Did you say something about using the clock? It doesn't seem to be working, maybe missing a part. Could it be this cog? Oh, there we go. What should I set the time to? 11:15? Is that what she said? Looks like a pole hook. Ah, okay. So it was time, not a place. Because 11:15 was when she said they were going to meet her mister. Oh, gosh. Xander, I need to cut him down and fast. Where do I put my knife? Oh, good thing I brought that with me. He's cold, and it just doesn't happen in the last hour or so. Where's their phone? I need to call the cops. Once clearly wasn't enough. What's this? Isn't it Xander's key? McBride? This must be for Christopher's house. I hope he's okay. I don't think Christopher's going to be there. Because, yes, I think Miranda and Christopher have been doing stuff together. Oh dear, everything I've worked for lies and ruins, and I can't go on anymore. Ah. There's bloody fingerprints on the note, but no blood on Xander. Somebody else found him before me. That's odd. So somebody with blood on their hands touched the note, perhaps? Hello? Police, please. As soon as possible. That's as vague as possible. Idiot. They can hardly say like, oh yeah, we'll be there in 17 seconds, will we? What's this picture? It's a photograph of Xander and Miranda. It looks like it was their wedding day. The blinds have been pulled, presumably since late last night. So, with the gene, I think... I mean, the wedding journal is obviously something to do with the wedding. And these pictures were about the wedding, weren't they? Wedding album, yes. Some of them have been scratched out with a permanent marker. Yes. So I think possibly, after my party, Xander discovered that his wife was having an affair, got drunk, destroyed the album, started cutting up her clothes, what she left behind anyway, ripped out this wedding journal thing, and possibly cut up this as well. Interesting, interesting. So things were not going good. Now where's Anna gone? I don't know what I should be doing next. I'm going to assume... Do I have any... What keys do I have? What keys do I got? The safe, the Robinson's house. Okay, so I have a key to the McBride house. So that's Christopher's house, which presumably is next door if they were having the affair. Not to imply that affairs can't work over multiple blocks. I would presume that they can. So let's have a look around his house and see what else we can find. It's nothing but a bookshelf. Not very exciting, is it? It looks like there's an empty slot in this painting. Oh, am I missing a piece for this? Okay. Did Christopher leave before morning? Oh. Yeah, I think... I'm going to guess they ran away together possibly after the party. Maybe they left the party together instead of going back to Xander's. There's milk in here, there's milk in here, but it really isn't the time. I really hope... I really hope that by the end of this chapter we can find some milk and we can make ourselves some cereal. At the end it's like, wow, that was a crazy day, but at least now I can have my cereal at like 11 PM it will be by that point. I just want that to be the ending. Screw the demon and everything else. What does that say? It's a keycard reader. No, I want the words. What does it say? I think it says I'm coming. Yes, it does. It's just difficult to read. Great. The door is locked. This one isn't though. What have we got on the computer? It's protected by a password. I wonder if I can find out what it is. Okay. Can I get any sort of clues like how long it is? What password should I try? It is a 6-digit password. Or a 6-letter password rather. Okay, so doesn't know there's any information in there. I'm just going to keep my eyes open for that password. Doesn't look like there's anything in the bathroom. Aha! A journal. These always have a clue in them. 15th of September. So I'm going to be a father then. Not exactly what I had in mind when me and Miranda had our little tryst. Alexander isn't a bad guy, but if I want something, then I take it. So it seems that he's going to have to just deal with losing his wife eventually. You lovely, lovely man. Idiot. I think I finally come to terms with fatherhood. What can I call my boy? I think I'll name him after my uncle Robert. Robert McBride. That's not half bad. It's a bit of a mouthful. But never mind. Someone has been following Miranda. It is somebody trying to get to me. He's wearing a dark cloak and a silver mask. Miranda managed to grab both off of him before he ran away. I've stashed them in my spare room for now. I've got much more important things to do than attend to some creep. So that's odd. I presume we're either going to go to the spare room and find that the costume's been taken, or if it's still there, there must be another costume that's being worn by whoever I saw in the first house. Possibly it's just a ghost. Who knows such things? We'll find out at the end, presumably. I'll stop theorising and get on with it, shall I? 22nd of October. Safe passwords changed. First number... Oh, goodness. Here we go again. I'm gonna get a fresh piece of paper for this, because this is going to take time. The first number is the number of houses on our side of the street. So, number of houses... So number of houses. The second is the number of letters in my lover's name. So letters in Miranda's name, except I don't know how to spell it, so I'm going to pretend like I do. To remind myself. The third is the number of rooms. So it's rooms in my house. Yes. Fourth is number of children in the Howard family. Okay, so children in Howard family. I don't know where all the music has gone. I mean, I know I was complaining about that earlier, but never mind. Children in Howard family, and then... Hang on a second. That's the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. So then the 5th and 6th numbers are the current year. Okie dokie, which I think is 1988? Yes, so that's 88. So it ends with 88. The mask is gone. I heard the floor creaking from downstairs. They must have heard me run upstairs because they fled through the window. Who is following me? Do they know? Is it Alistair? If it is, then he's a dead man soon. His house is at the end of the pathway into the woods, so it'll be easy enough to isolate. Oh, goodness. This man is a bit dark, isn't he? He better not be the new guy at the party or I'll lose my temper. Ew. Right. No, it's got nothing to do with me. If you actually listen to your lover, you might notice that you have black hair and I do not. Right. Can I get up into the attic? Yes, I think I can. Oh no, what does that say? Will it be you? That sounds like something that's in a game show. Some sort of emblem or medallion. It's the symbol of a 10-pointed star. That's a very pointy star you've got there, my friend. Nothing important inside these boxes. Okay, so I don't know what that's. Kitty, oh, that scared me. Oh, someone's been shot. Oh goodness. And you don't seem to be interested in interacting with this. Okay, right. So how many rooms are there? There's the attic room. There's then these 2 rooms. There's the landing. So that's 6 rooms. Then 7 rooms. Then 8 rooms. Okay, so I think the number of rooms in the house is 8. I think, was Miranda's name mentioned in the diary? And now I've forgotten what the diary was. But was Miranda's name mentioned in the diary? Yes. So it's 7 letters long. Yes. And yes, it is 1988. Let me go outside quickly and count the number of houses on the street. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Okay, so that's 5. I don't know why I did that. So let me go back into the Howard family house and remind myself how many children there were. Because there's Bethany, isn't there? There's Bethany. There's Anna. The question is, does it include Maggie or not? I'm going to put M with a question mark. So it's either 2 or 3. Right, now we need to find the safe as well. I didn't think of that. Let me try putting the code in here into this computer. So I think there's 5 houses on the street. There's 7 letters in the name Randa. There's 8 rooms in the house, assuming that the landing is counted as a room, which I presume that it is. There are either 2 or 3 children in the Howard family, depending on if they're including Maggie, and then it's 88 after that. So let me try that passcode. No, I don't think this is it because he said a safe. And let me just try moving that to 3. 88. So I think this is going to be for the safe, not for this. No, I don't think this is it. I think it's going to be a safe. I just need to find the safe, which possibly is going to be in that locked room upstairs. But I feel like there's more to do in this house that I haven't done yet. I don't know why I can't interact with this outline of a dead body on the floor. Most mysterious. What items have I got? Strange emblem. Bears the insignia of a demonic-looking circle. Access attics. Key to the McBride, the house. Yeah, this could be used as a fuel source. Okay. I'm going to check if I can get into this house. Alistair's home, I probably shouldn't snoop here. Okay, so I can't get into Alistair's home. This is my house, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to have a quick poke around mine again and just see if there's anything I've forgotten here, because I'm a little bit befuddled as to where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I see this room before? Bed doesn't look like it's been used in some time. I'm guessing this is some children's clothing in the closet. I don't remember there being blood all over this room before. I really don't remember there being blood all over this room before. But never mind. These don't have an attic either, which is odd. Yeah, I'm still very stuck. I still have absolutely no idea what it is I'm supposed to be doing next. None at all. Oh. Okay, sorry, I had to look that up. Right, hang on a second. There's a file named card data here. I wonder if I can write that to a floppy and rewrite the card in my place. Oh, right, like a key card, not like a credit card. Hi again. I don't know who you are. The cops are on their way. Are you watching me? I need to be very careful. Sorry, can I just go back to wherever that journal was again? That was talking about various different bits and bobs. This. Right, hang on a second. Right, okay. This is where you're supposed to get the Robert from. That's what the walkthrough said. You need to. This is where the name Robert is mentioned, but it says nothing about that being the passcode to your computer. So that seems a bit odd to me, because every other clue for every other puzzle has been about making it relatively clear where each number goes or each letter goes, and yet that one really didn't. But never mind. Right, okay. Let me go back to my card machine and get this key card working. I've been calling my grandmother's house and I'm not getting any answer. I'm worried about her and Bethany. Did you see the figure this time? They came this way. Are you feeling okay? I think you're hallucinating in the panic. Nobody came past me. What's wrong? Anytime the figure is here, you seem to miss them. What are you saying? How do I know it isn't you? You think this is some sort of twisted joke, don't you? Giddy on. Things ain't going great. Right, let me go back to my house and put my details onto this key card and see if that... That doesn't even make any sense anyway. I haven't seen like any doors that require a key card, but maybe I'm crazy. I better not break the speaker. Yeah. What? I thought this is literally what you just told me to do. Or do I have to put it on the computer? No. Okay, now I'm befuddled. Empty slot in the painting, the emblem could fit here. Right, okay. I don't know why. All the puzzles in Chapter 3 were really good because they all made sense and they were all really linking up to where the piece of information was supposed to go. This one seems to be doing that an awful lot less and just giving you random information and just expecting you to work it out all on your own, which I'm not as enthused by. But never mind, that piece of whatever the hell it was that we got in the attic seems to be what goes in here. And now we can go to the combination, which is the combination for the safe, which is the thing we found earlier. Right, so let me put this in, which I think is going to be 5, 7, 8. I'm going to guess 2 children, and then 8, 8. No, that is the wrong combination. So do you want this to be a 3 then, for 3 children? Yes, you do. A key card. I wonder if it's for upstairs. Oh, right. Okay, so I was just thinking, how is this going to make any sense if I got the details on the card reader if I haven't actually got a card? Okay, so now I do need a card. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense, that I actually need a card to get the key card. You know, like a blank key card that I can put some details on. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just still mightily confused about how you're supposed to work that out. Right. Luckily, I do know the details. Brilliant. Hopefully I can get into the door now. Right. So now I've got... rewritten key card. This is to access one of Christopher's rooms. Right, thank you for telling me that, because I have yet to see a door that requires a key card, so thank you for telling me that it's in Christopher's room. Right, sorry, it could just be because I've played like the last 3 episodes in a single, well, mostly a single session, but I don't know. This one just doesn't seem to be quite as sort of fluid as the other, and I do like that it's sort of using multiple environments and you're sort of drifting around between them. That is nice. I'm just a little confused about some of the clues, but never mind. Okay, so it's not to there then. It clearly isn't to here. Nor to here. Nor to here. Nor to here. So it goes to one of Christopher's rooms, apart from the fact that the only locked door of Christopher's doesn't open. Right. Oh, Right, yeah, of course. You use the keycard, but you don't use it on the door, you use it on the bit next to the door. I really, really want to like this, because Chapter 3 was brilliant, Chapter 2 was really good, and Chapter 1 was pretty good. But that's just a little bit asinine. Anyway, let's go inside and try to find something a bit better. Something a little bit less annoying. Black robes. Does this mean Christopher is the one behind all this? I'm hanging on to these for now. If it is Christopher, then maybe there's a mask around. Maybe I shouldn't be carrying those around with me, because it's going to imply that I'm the crazy person that's going around wearing the mask. Keys to Alistair's house. Oh, finally. What is going on? Are they both involved in something? Let's find out. It's all gibberish. There's a joke in there about the puzzles, but never mind. I don't even know what to make of any of this. Well, I'm glad I don't have to read it, because frankly I've done more than enough reading. Right. Hi again. I don't know. I'll do a lottery if it helps. Your fate isn't set in stone. You can still leave. I can't hear your voice clearly. What do you mean my fate isn't set in stone? I was like you once, but it's too late for me. What do you mean? Don't go in the shed. Don't go in the shed. The mystical shed that determines your fate. Don't go in there. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have gone in the shed. Here's some sort of... No. I didn't take anything. Yeah, you kind of have to do that before it happens, to the best of my knowledge. Oh gosh, it's a bad dream. It's all a bad dream. Oh, please just don't be another puzzle about having to go. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I feel like I shouldn't let you touch me, but oh dear. Yep, and now I am thoroughly deadified. Right. Let me keep wandering around for a little bit. Hi, you crazy lunatic. I've got no idea where I'm going. Oh, goodness, this could take a long time. Oh, for crying out loud, this is taking forever. It's not even like a single path, it is literally just a maze of different rooms full of enemies that when you walk into them, you die and go back to the beginning of the maze. And I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be going. It's getting really, really frustrating at this point. Right. Sorry, I looked that up as well, but this is literally just a maze of different rooms. It's full of enemies that all kill you the moment you touch them and then send you right back to the beginning. All the rooms look exactly the same, which means it's really easy to get lost and lose your bearings. Which means you just wander around randomly and you seem to need a really, really specific pattern, which is southwest, south, southeast, east, northwest, south, southeast. That's the pattern you need to go down. That is acidine. That is ridiculous. That is amazingly abstract and pointless. But never mind. Let's get on with it. What? It isn't that way. Miranda, there is no escape, is there? I'm alone here, forever. You're literally talking to somebody, you muppet. You can't be alone. I'll always have my baby. Can you hear me? No, evidently you can't. Oh, great. Is there more? Is there more maze to follow? No, we are here talking to Clint from the beginning of the game. I'm Clint Lancaster. Where are we? Some sort of... What is this? Please don't utter such foul language in my house. What's with the circle? Azurael's circle is slowly becoming our fate. Who's he? He's a supreme being. Welcome him. Welcome him! Yes, alright, I get the idea now. Ah. Hello. Where am I now? Who are you? Why is the circle different? You're in Chicago. My name is Donald Edison. And the circle here is closer to being transcribed correctly. Wait a second, I've seen you in the news. Oh? It was when some girl was committed after going feral on her family. Yes, that's right, you're the one who found her and her friend in a drug-addled state. I remember the story. Lydia Grella, that was her name. You aren't real, are you? This is just some apartment block you found them in, isn't it? What are you talking about? It's all linked, the circle. What have I stumbled into? Did someone draw the circle in Greyborough in my own street? Is this why everyone has disappeared? Where's the circle? No, you aren't. What are you? No, you're not. Shut up. Yes, I get it. You've gone bonkers. Oh, gosh. Circle again. I'm right. There's something going on. How do I get home? Oh, gosh. My head is killing me. How should I know? I'm about to lose it. You're amongst the ones from old ways. My name is Matthew Blackstock. Oh, I see you. You're all dressed up for the event. Which one of you said that? Show your face. Please watch your tone when speaking to my love. Natasha, it was an innocent question. The boy is scared. What are you talking about, Maria? Listen, kid. Trust old Abraham. You'll know the truth, kid. All the others built up their stories slowly and gently and eased you into things. This one kind of just throws you in at the deep end, which does kind of make sense because you've seen the other 3 parts. You know the setup. You know the premise. But I still think this one's taking it a little bit too fast. And I say that given the fact that I've been playing for over an hour already. Who are you 5? I'm so confused. There are only 4 of us. No, there's 5. I've got an A-level in mathematics. I know these things. Are you all there, boy? There were 6 of us before. Linda passed and Rodney's murder. Now there's 4. Count with me. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. There's nobody at number 5. then there'll be nobody to eat this knuckle sandwich that I'll implant in their face. They can't see me. Why can't they see you? Because I'm really here. Have I lost my mind? How am I back in the street? Was I in hell? Some sort of purgatory? Where are the Howard family? Where's Christopher? Where's Alistair? I really think I shouldn't have moved here. I need to find it and destroy it. Right. That much I think I can manage. Okay, right. Let's just chill for a little bit and let's just relax. Let's forget about the puzzles in the last house, which made no sense and were not alluded to, like the password on the computer and knowing that that medallion thing went into a painting. Because, you know, it's a medallion that goes into a painting, isn't it? Not like a piece of a painting. It's not like when you say, ah, here is a painting, there is a piece missing. Oh, in that case, I should be on the search for a piece of a painting. No, I should be on the lookout for a medallion, because that's what goes to painting, isn't it? Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm crazy. But I don't think that makes any sense. Anyway, it's a variety of newspaper articles. There don't seem to be anything of particular note. Speaking of notes, silver mask retrieved, stored for safekeeping. Key to cabin has been copied and returned. No need for Christopher to know. Miranda is unaware as far as I can tell. Keep an eye on her regardless. Anna's probably next on the list. New guy, Lynch, is someone to be wary of. I know little of him. Is that my surname? I've got no idea. Newspaper articles seem to have been highlighted. June 7th, 1997. June 7th and 7. What? Okay, so I suppose I ought to write that down. So what is this? July 7th and 7 are all been highlighted in red. Okay. Former teen cultist released from Chicago Mental Institution. Friend Mr. Livingston comments on her improved health. I remember that name from somewhere earlier in the games, but I don't know where. Out of crime novels, odd taste. I mean, not really, but whatever floats your boat. Is this out to the garden? The back garden leads to a forest path. I need to make sure I have a key and a light source before going up there. Do I have anything like that at the moment? I've got some oil, which it says can be used as a fuel. So possibly I can find something to burn that with and get a lantern or something similar going. Right, let's see what we've got up here. Alistair's padlocked his door. It's never this simple, is it? July is the 7th month. So it's not 777, is it? Yes, it is! Good. Excellent. I actually managed to guess that. Wonderful. A key. It looks brand new. And the mask they mentioned. Where have I seen one of these before? This goes with the robes I found in Christopher's house. So Alistair is responsible for this? Is it? Or is it Christopher? Someone else? I have no idea. Oh, you again. Who's Azurael? Where are my neighbours? Where's the circle? If you leave now, then I don't need to gather you. If you keep going further, I'll be left with no choice. It doesn't have to be you. Your fate isn't set in stone. You haven't intervened enough. What are you talking about? Take off your silly mask. If we meet again, we'll be enemies. Wait. Idiot. You really think, if you were trying to be that convincing, Mr. Silver Skull, you could actually put forward a better argument than that? Leave the mysticisms and get some proper facts going here. Okay, anything in here? Alistair doesn't have much stuff, does he? Yeah, I've noticed that. There's very little in this house. But that's good, because it means there's less thing to click on, less random bits and bobs I've got to try and work out. So have I got the key now? I need a light source, yeah, so I need to figure out some sort of a lantern. Yeah, keys to the cabin. Yeah, but I need to find something to burn with the fuel. I need something thin to slip inside the cupboard and release the latch. Okay, so every other cupboard in the game has been completely passive and unuseful, and now this one suddenly is super important. Right, okay. Okay. I love getting through games by having to look everything up because all the puzzles don't make any frickin' sense. Right, what's in here? How many times do you want me to click on this thing? An empty lantern! Hooray! Now I can use the oil in the lantern to make a light, and that, because, you know, it's not like daylight outside, is it? You know? Middle of the day. Definitely need a lantern to explore the garden, don't I? Kitty aunt. Give me strength. There is no forest on Earth that is dense enough to merit this amount of darkness in the middle of the day. Never mind, I am trying not to be annoyed at this game, despite the fact that it is doing an extremely good job of annoying me. Let's investigate this cabin. Oh, you again! How did you end up here? Why is it so dark here? That's the question I was asking as well. It's never this bad. I got lost and couldn't find my way back. I'm sorry for what I said earlier. I know it isn't you in the mask. It's alright, I forgive you. I just want to find my family. There's a lakeside cabin up ahead, and I've no idea what we'll find there, but it has to be Alistair. I don't know who's innocent at this point, but there's only one way to find out. If you want to know, come with me. I do. I need to find my family. Right. Oh, interesting. We've got like a little follow-up bit from RPG Maker. Cool. Ugh. It smells like something disgusting down here. Oh no. If only I could see, but I can't because it's too dark. Yes, everyone's dead. I can see that. Great big pile of bodies. I'm very sorry it's ended this way. Leave me alone and get out. Can't honestly blame her. Oh, you found it then? You said that like you just left a present on my doorstep. Oh, never mind. We're leaving. Everybody out now. Alistair, what's going on? Did you do this? Christopher's behind this, not me. Miranda is involved somehow too. I've been investigating them for the past 6 weeks on behalf of my friend Don. Don Edison? Do you know him? Never mind. We'll answer that later. We need to get out of here before they come back. We can go to the police station. It'll be a lot safer there. I'm taking Anna away from here. She's not in any condition to make a choice in this matter of conscience. Are you coming or not? Yeah. Yeah. I ain't sticking around here. Frankly, I want to get off this street because it's full of puzzles that make no freaking sense. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Who knows what they're going to do? Never mind that guy in the mask. Guy in the mask? Isn't that Christopher? I don't know. We can talk about that later. Let's get out of here. Alright, head to the car and I'll take you both down to the station. I'm glad we left there. No one found any trace of Christopher and the masked figure outside of Christopher's bloodstain on the floor in the nearby shed. Miranda seemingly vanished without a trace. The only evidence we found of her was a few hair fibres on Christopher's house. Anna's slowly but surely recovering. She's in care at a local psychiatric hospital and I visit her regularly. I think the given time she'll pull through, but it's going to be tough. I owe Alistair for this. He's a good man and likely saved my life for getting me out of there. I'm guessing if you stayed around, you'd get a different ending. Yeah. Yeah, I am sorry for being so down on this, but seriously. Like, the quality in the first chapter was good. It wasn't brilliant, but it was enough to get me intrigued to see the rest of the chapters. And then chapter 2 came along, which was better. It had better puzzles and better story. And then chapter 3 came along, which had really good puzzles and a nice story, even though I kind of screwed it up at the ending. And then this one just doesn't make any sense. I know that I haven't seen the entire story, because I chose the wrong ending, like the running away ending rather than the sticking around ending, but to be honest with you, the only reason I chose that is because the puzzles have got my back up so much. However, after a good night's rest and the opportunity to think this game over a little bit, I decided that it would be unfair on you to show you what I believe to be the wrong ending and the bad ending, and to just kind of give up on the game. So, despite the fact that I didn't save at any point during the first playthrough of Chapter 4, I went back through the game again just now to get back to where roughly we were up to. We're in the cabin at the back of Alistair's house, and what I've noticed in here, if I can remember any of the buttons, There's a journal here that I didn't see here before. Subject A, male, 72 years old. Place of capture, south side. Ritual, page 45. Subject B, female, 29 years old. Place of capture, south side. Ritual, page 18. There's a lot of pages. I think I'll skip the last few. Subject I, female, 12 years old. Out of town. Road out of town, page 32. Subject J, 68 years old. Road out of town, page 32. My Street, 32. 42, female, My Street, page 32 again. Okay, so that's just some information about various different captures of people, I think. So I'm just gonna. So this is what we saw before. It's the pile of dead bodies, which is almost impossible to see. And then Alistair returns, and yes, he mentions the other people from the previous chapters. No, good. Right, sorry, I thought I'd accidentally clicked and leave again and I was about to scream. But no, if we say we're going to stay this time, I can't come yet. Suit yourself, I'm not going to argue with the fool. Weird stuff has been going on. It's more than just kidnappings and murders. I need to find the man in the mask before I leave and destroy the circle. You don't need to explain to me, I don't really care, I'm just getting Anna out of here. Frankly, I should have intervened after the party last night, so that's on me. Keep her safe. Good luck, Ryan. I hope I'm not reading all about you in tomorrow's paper. Well, that's a bit of an insult for a journalist, but never mind. Hello, Ryan. Christopher. Where's Azurael's circle? My, you have been busy, haven't you? I've had a very bad day and I want some answers, and it's not even breakfast yet. Fine, come with me. I'm sure this'll end well for me. If you want some answers, then shut up and follow me to the shed. I thought this was the shed. That's the only way we're going to get any. Fine. The shed nearby has what you've been searching for. Azurael's circle. This is it. I knew that somebody must have drawn it here. So it was you. Yes. Matthew Blackstock was the one who really perfected restoring the circle in the book to the original shape. Since his untimely demise, I've taken over translation from Mr. Birch. Who's that? Stephen Birch. He's the one who's been leading the research into Azurael and rituals his power lets us perform. Rituals? Is that what the mess of bodies in the cabin was? That was the end result of a few. There are a number of rituals I've been warned to stay away from. There are others I've yet to perfect, and a few more that have gone well. Is Azurael commanding you? What? No, Birch is paying me. But to be honest, I just love what I do. That's sick. You're killing innocent people and trying to play God in the process. So, what about Miranda? Where's she? Miranda and our baby are elsewhere. What's that supposed to mean? She's a loose cannon. I don't trust her. Really? This person who violated her promise of marriage? You don't trust them? People who break their promises? You don't trust them? Oh, what a surprise! Well done, Sherlock. She could betray her dotting husband Xander so easily that she needs to be put away. Oh, right, I see. So you were on the same point that I was. Very well then. Put away? You sent her into that hellish place, didn't you? Oh, you've seen it too. I saw it in your house. Miranda was there, but I thought I was going crazy. Interesting. Your visit there must have been a byproduct of the ritual I used on her. What does Azurael want then? He wants his influence to spread, and that's what's happened in a way. However, he's displeased. If I'm honest, we're abusing his power for our own ends. He just wants to be released into our world, but that isn't happening. I'd be the first one dead if that were the case. So Birch is going against Azurael's will for his own sake? Precisely. Surely that won't end well. I mean, this is a demon we're talking about. What's he going to do if we don't release him? Send a scarecrow after us? Send some useless, weak-minded, weak-willed musician to murder a few kids? We hold all the power, and we aren't as easily influenced. And who's the masked man? What? The man in the black robes and the silver mask? What are you talking about? He doesn't work for you? That was Morris, wasn't it? Morris is dead, and the man is still walking around. Really? Ah. Looks like I have another loose end to tie up. I'll leave that to you now, and I'll be going. You know it isn't that simple, Ryan. You came along knowing full well that I couldn't let you live. Oh gosh. I really wish I could save before this as well. I can't save now, can I? No, I can't. Christopher, put down the gun. Stay silent or warn Christopher. Well, the last time I saw the black figure, they said that I needed to leave because my fate wasn't sealed, and the next time we met we would be enemies, which would imply that the black figure has no interest in defending me from Christopher. But I'm going to stay silent, just in case. I've got a little experiment I wanted to perform. There's a new ritual I've been wanting to try that'll cause your skin to peel off. Die. Okay, I stand corrected, the black figure. Maybe they're interested in killing both of us. I'm sorry, we have to leave now. Works for me, thanks for saving me, I'll just, I'm sorry, but what's that? Yes, I know. No, this won't be like what happened before in February. The final ritual will proceed in the way you planned, I swear. I understand, I'm sorry, Master. I should have just run for it. As I was saying, Ryan, I did warn you earlier that if you hadn't intervened, it would be Christopher and not you. Who are you and why are you doing this? I was told to gather you all. Gather who? Take off your mask. I've seen you before. You were on the news a few months ago. New York, the nursing home. What was your name? We're going on a little trip to Scotland, Ryan. Mr. Birch will be expecting us. All of us. So say goodnight. So that's how I ended up here. Curiosity killed the Irish American. Metaphorically, of course. Being shot, bound, gagged, and stuffed into a shipping container really didn't help matters. Still, it helps recounting my story to know where it all went wrong. I should have taken my keys and driven out of there at the first sign of trouble. I should have worked with Alistair. I should have stayed home and played some video games or watched TV. Maybe it would have been Christopher and not me. So it seems like that's a better ending. It's a much better ending. That actually answers an awful lot more questions. Very briefly, I'll just say a few things before we wrap up. It certainly seems like it is leading up to a Chapter 5, but I believe that Chapter 4 was released... Actually, let me check. I think it was released over a year ago, but let me just double check. Thanks, Steam. That's not where that button leads, but never mind. It was released in April of 2019, so it was at least over 2 years ago, and Chapter 5 still has not been released. I can see no mention of a Chapter 5 anywhere. Because it says it's part of a 5-part series, but there's no Chapter 5 anywhere that I can see, so possibly the developer... something's happened to them, or they're not interested in continuing it anymore, which is a little bit of a shame, because this is a relatively interesting story, and it has, for the most part, good puzzles that are quite intriguing. I'm glad we could see a slightly better ending to Chapter 4 than the one that I got yesterday. But yes, just to mention just a few things in terms of like the overall design of the chapters. As I said, or as I possibly said, there was like a steady increase in quality in chapters 1, 2, and 3. But then in chapter 4, and I've tried to sort of focus my thoughts a little bit on this overnight, what it seems like is that the puzzles are just a little bit more made up and a bit more ad hoc. They're just a bit more sort of just because, as it were. Like the cabinet, for example. The cabinet where you find inside the lantern, which you need for the to combine with the oil to make enough light to go through the forest. Firstly, why is it so dark? Why is the forest so dense that despite the fact that it's morning, the light from the sun can't penetrate in to give us enough light? And secondly, for that cabinet, if it's a closed cabinet, why is there a latch on the inside? Because if you had the latch on the inside of a window, that would be fine, because you'd be able to go inside the house and you'd be able to use the latch from the inside and you'd be able to open it or close it. But if you've got a cupboard and you're shutting the cupboard and there's a latch on the inside, who closed it? Because it's inside a cupboard. You can't go inside the cupboard and latch it and then leave again. It's a cupboard, it's not a house. So you'd have to close it and then it would have to be an auto-shutting one. But then you can't go inside, so it would have to have a way to open it from the front, like a lock, or a key, or like a handle, or something that you could turn to open it. Except it doesn't. It just has a crack that you need to put something in between. Right? So, firstly, the latch on the cupboard makes no sense, and using a broken record to do that also makes no sense, because I would like to point out that the man has a knife, right? Ryan has a knife, a Swiss Army knife that you get at the beginning of the game. You have a knife, and the most classic thing in the world is a burglar opening the latch of a window with a knife, right? So why can't we use the knife for that? Or a piece of card, or a ruler, or a knife from the kitchen, or a comb, or any of these logical items? Why do we use a record when there's been no mention of anything musical whatsoever at all, There's not been a record player, there's not been a record collection, there's not been any mention of Alistair liking music at all, and yet we're supposed to find a record which is made up of a couple of black pixels underneath a chair in the living room, which we're then supposed to pick up. It doesn't even tell you what the item is. You have to go in your inventory to find it, and then you have to break it in half to then use that to open the door instead of using your pocket knife. Maybe I'm crazy, but that puzzle just kills the whole thing for me, because it makes no sense whatsoever. Why would you have a latch inside of a cupboard, and why would you not just use the penknife? I mean, if you said, oh yeah, but the penknife's kind of short. Well, for starters, it would only have to be about that long, and secondly, there must be lots of long kitchen knives in the kitchen. And why couldn't it give you a clue? Like, even if we are going to roll with the record, why can't it have like a clue, like a note on top of the cupboard or something that mentions his love of music or something, or maybe his hatred for music, and that's why he's thrown all his records under the chair? Just something to give you a clue, because all the other puzzles work in a really logical manner. They have notes, they give you information and clues, and there's bits of information you can work out, but not that one. And that's the thing that bugs me. That's the thing that really gets my back up. Why was that puzzle so bad in comparison to all the others, which were really good and some of the most enjoyable puzzles I've ever experienced in indie games? But never mind, that's the end of that. If a Chapter 5 ever does come along, I will most certainly play it, because I would very much like to see it, and I'd like to see how the story ends, because it would be great to see all the people back together again and find out the truth of what happens with this demon and all, because this is a good story and I've been enjoying it so far. So I'm very sorry that that we weren't able to get all the way to the end of it. But that is the end of Azurael Circle for the time being. Thank you very much for joining me for Chapter 4. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry for being a bit down on this chapter, but I do genuinely believe that the quality of this chapter is lower than the others. The first 3 were excellent. I very much enjoyed them. I hope you enjoyed all of this. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.